Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Well, I'm going to spend the day in Gibraltar today, and the runway's closed. Pretty cool, huh? So then they'll open the runway, hopefully, unless there's another movement, and we shall walk across a live runway. So here we are in the Garrison Library. This is a working library. It's very, very old. Goes back to the days of the Great Siege. I've done a couple of videos here before. I just thought this is a really nice, cool place. Look at the trees. They're just, look at this. Look at that one. And on a hot day like today, it's fabulous to come and sit somewhere here cool. And they actually have the witness testimony from the Marie Celeste, the ghost ship. And quite a bit of stuff on the royal family as well. And they're very warm, welcoming, open. It's just, that's a lovely thing about Gib. Everybody's quite laid back, on the whole, normally. So I thought I'd sit here and have a chat with you guys. Well, I've seen a few puff pieces about, oh, they're just nonsense. I'm not even going to put links to them. They're nonsense. They're all about how Harry was on the cusp again of reconciling with his family. I don't think so. Oh, I've got new sunglasses, look. 10 quid. I was talking to a mate last night and she said to me, you've got to get rid of those other sunglasses, they're awful. So I got these are the expensive ones. They're not just €1, 10 quid. Yeah, so, I mean, there is no way, there is no cat in hell's chance that Harry is on the cusp of anything, of being in touch with his family. No way. I mean, would you? Honestly, the behaviour has been so disgraceful and so treacherous. Who on earth in their right mind would ever trust him or Meghan again? I'm going to be interested as things go down a slippery slope, and they will. What will happen? That will be interesting, because there was a time when I believed that the royal family would never allow him to completely fall. But now I'm of a different opinion. I think they probably will. They might go and bail him out eventually, with maybe an allowance of sort of 10 grand a month, and give him some little cottage in the middle of nowhere where he can live out his days. But I don't think they're going to willingly come forward and help him with anything at all. Far from it. So it will be interesting, and it will be very visible as well to everybody, because she's there on Instagram. She still hasn't ticked over the 3 minute. Oh, a lemonade. Oh, I've got a surprise guest. I did hear about that, so I thought I'll go and have a look at it. And I hear this woman's voice. Some people have said it's Beyonce's mum. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what Beyonce's mum sounds like, or her cat, or her cousin, third cousin removed. I couldn't tell you, but it smacks of desperation that she needs to do an additional episode. And I repeat, I'm not going to watch any of her episodes. They're too boring for words. Life is too short. It is far too short. So today I thought I would have a nice relaxing day in Gibraltar for a change, and just wander around. The weather is lovely, and I might end this video with rowing later on. I'll have to see how I feel. I was going to do a rowing video last night. I thought I'd just pop to the shops, and when I got back, a cloud, like the only cloud in the sky, was covering the sun, and it was at sunset, so the lighting went really ominous, and I wasn't sure that would be a very cheerful thing. We'll take a little walk, shall we? Well, I can just scan around. It's not a very big garden here, but they provide seats, so you can go into the library, get some books. Sometimes they have photocopy documents, and they put bowls of water, and they're little birds that come and drink. It's like being Snow White, really, isn't it? I could see Meghan here running around singing the Disney tune, barefoot on the gravel with her little chicken feet and a basket of lemons, maybe being chased by some bees. Anyway, look at all this they've got down here. All that. Isn't that lovely? Oh, it's like something out of a fairy tale. I've got to say, actually, Gibraltar is like something out of a fairy tale. It's very similar to Monaco, but it's got a lot more character. First time I came here, I think the thing I really loved about it was the Moroccan influence. It's got very British, of course, influence, very Spanish, but equally there's something different about the rock. If you ever get the chance to come and visit, I've got to take the cushion back. The lady in there said, oh, if you want to sit out there, they give you a cushion. So she gave me a cushion to sit on. Isn't that lovely? Now this is a very special hotel for me. This is my favourite hotel in the whole of Gibraltar. And that's no detriment to the other hotels. They are all fabulous. This one is the Elliot Hotel. And, I think they call it the Elliot O'Callaghan these days. The reason this hotel is my favourite is because this is where I stayed the very first time I came to Gibraltar in, I can't remember if it was 1991 or 1992 now. I can't remember. I think it might have been 92. My mind was just blown because if it was 91, I'd have been 21, and if it was 92, I'd have been 22. And I just thought this. I mean, it is a very glamorous hotel. All the hotels in Gibraltar are glamorous. Don't get me wrong. But this one will always have a special place in my heart. It's also very central. It's across the road from the Garrison Library, so I thought, well, while I'm here, I haven't been in the Elliot for years. There's also the Rock Hotel, that's way up the rock. It's quite a steep walk, but that's fabulous as well. It's like Agatha Christie. They've had it all renovated, and there used to be the Caleta on Catalan Beach, but that's all been crushed, and they're building a new one, that's another lovely one. But the Elliot is just off Main Street. Sort of halfway up, halfway down, really near Marks and Spencer's, near Casemates. So it's an excellent central location place to be if you ever come to stay in Gibraltar, and it's very reasonably priced. Takes me right back, actually. I mean, to years and years ago. I tell you what would be funny is if Meghan and Harry came to Gibraltar. That would put the cat amongst the pigeons, and I'm surprised they haven't, because generally speaking, the royal family don't come to Gibraltar. I mean, Sophie and Edward, Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, they've been a couple of times, and they really are like the royalty of the rock. Everybody, they go crazy when they come. But I suppose the reason Meghan and Harry wouldn't come here is because I don't think they would get a very good welcome from the Gibraltarians, generally speaking. I'm sure they'll have a few fans, but on the whole, the rock is for the monarchy. Well, I'm going to finish my drink, and I'm just going to wander around, and we'll see where we end up next. Right, off we go again. Just got to make sure I don't knock my own oar out. We are free-ish. Nearly. So I thought I'd finish the video off with this. And we'll see where the wind takes us. Again, no life jacket, no plan. Just put my feet on the bottom of the stick to keep you guys steady. There is a bit of wind today, but we'll see. As I say, we'll see where the wind blows us. So yeah, to continue on the same theme as earlier, it was very nice going into Gib this morning, and I saw a couple of people that I know, who I haven't seen in a while. And it was lovely to see the Elliot Hotel. Oh, the staff were so nice. I said to them, is it all right if I do some filming? And they were like, what do you want to film? What's going on? And I said, oh, I've got a YouTube channel. And I'm just going to talk to myself. I'm not going to film any of your customers or you guys. And they went, oh, YouTube, yeah. Isn't it funny how people, they get so interested and so excited about it. I remember when we were in London and we went to Raffles for the afternoon tea, and the staff were so proud when we said, can we go live? They were like, oh wow, can you? Oh, awesome. Well, it just opened then, hadn't it? So anyway, yeah, continuing on that theme, there is something I have to bring to all of your attention. As you know, everybody's got trolls, but at the moment it would appear, I hope you've got can hear me over the wind, that they are now claiming Graham is apparently not dead. He's still alive. It's all a life insurance scam. He never had cancer, of which they're convinced because, I don't know, I don't watch their videos. These are just according to friends of mine who sent me messages. Something like they've received all of his medical records from his doctors, because you know doctors do that, don't they? They send medical records to whoever. If only he wasn't dead. Anyway, and the other thing that's really important for you guys is they have now created some channels mimicking me and Trevor and really horrifically Graham. They've used Graham's icon picture. They've put his name on the channel. They've done the same to me. They've done the same to Trevor because they're not getting the attention. And no, I'm not going to say their channel names. Because they're not getting attention from me or Trevor, they are now faking accounts. Now what you need to do, well, I really hope you can hear me over this. We're going to turn the corner in a minute. Maybe I'll wait till we turn the corner. And we're away from the traffic. Check I'm not going to crash into anything. Here we go, nearly there. I'm quite pleased with my $9.99 sunglasses. Good, nothing coming. We're not going to get run over. Yeah, so if ever you see that me or Trevor have commented on a YouTube live, all you have to do is click on the icon and it will come up how many followers that channel has. And as you all know, I've got, I'm not quite sure how many we are now. I think we're about 52,000, 53,000, something like that. So if you click on the icon and it says that many followers, 50 odd thousand followers, then that's me. You can actually then go view channel and you can see what content there is, what videos and stuff. And if it's me, you'll see all the hundreds of videos that I've done. Same with Trevor. But if it's a fake account, what you will see is it's got like no followers or 2 followers, and it was created a couple of days ago. And it has no content, no videos. And it is a community strike. People will lose their channels caught doing that. It's a big no-no. So I just thought I'd let you guys know that, because I don't want any of you getting conned into thinking that it's me or, well, I mean, I'm not speaking for Trevor. He's a big boy. He's quite capable of speaking for himself. And I mean, the other thing they're obsessed with is they seem to think Trevor and I are in some sort of relationship. I mean, they're just sick. What they're doing is they're desperate for attention. And they're not going to get any. Which brings me back to Meghan and Harry. It's very similar behaviour, isn't it? There's Meghan and Harry desperately trying to get attention from the King, the Queen, the Prince and Princess of Wales, anybody. Literally anybody who will listen. There's all this, oh, they're on the cusp of becoming friends. They're on the cusp of this. Oh, the royal family want to reunite. Olive branch, it's nonsense. And then they've even said things in the past, for example, like that the late Queen gave them permission for this. Well, I didn't hear the late Queen say that. Or the late Queen went to a birthday party with Lilibet. Well, I never saw any confirmation of that. Or the late Queen adored Meghan. Well, I never heard her say that. So, I mean, it's a similar sort of thing, isn't it? Unless I see evidence of the actual person saying or doing stuff, I'm not having any of it. And I find Harry and Meghan to be two of the biggest bare faces guilty of this ever. Good, we're not going to hit that boat today. I'll see how far I get. It's going to be a bit of an ordeal rowing back into the wind, but I think I can do it. If I can't, We might go under the bridge. It's a low tide. I might go that way anyway. So yeah, when I went into Gibraltar today, one of the things I did was I went to a shop called Emporium and I bought a top and matching shorts. They were rather expensive for me. I will have you know I spent £64. My goodness, that's got to be a world record. I don't think I've ever spent that much money on clothes before. Anyway, they're really nice. It's black with white trim. So I got it home and I thought, oh God, I really hope it fits, because I never put things on in the changing room. I don't like doing that. I sort of hold it up to myself. Well, yeah, it fits perfectly. And when I looked at it in the shop, I thought, oh, that's really nice. It's got a bit of a white trim that goes up the front. And yeah, I think we will go under the bridge. We'll go the other way around because it's starting to get a bit, you know, wavy as we get near the marina entrance. Don't worry, I won't crash into them. I can see them actually in the camera. I realise that. Yeah. There's a red one that's on the end. So anyway, yeah. So I get it home. And I tried it on and I thought, oh, I've put it on back to front. There's no pattern on the front. So I took it off and I put it on the other way round and I thought, oh, I looked in the mirror, I thought, oh, I love that. That worked out really well. I'm so glad at that price. And I thought, shall I wear it today for the row or shall I wear it tomorrow? I thought, I'll wear it tomorrow. So you'll see it tomorrow. If I do a video tomorrow, you'll see it in the next one. Anyway. Oh God, this pontoon goes on forever. Fucking hell. We're going to be halfway in the bay by the time we get to turn a corner. Anyway, when I took it off to fold it up, I realised that I was wearing it back to front, but I don't care. It looks better back to front than the right way round. So I will wear it back to front tomorrow. I think it was it Princess Diana who wore Chanel and a Chanel necklace, and she had a V back and she wore the necklace dangling down her back. And then I think Nicole Kidman for an actual Chanel advert had the same. So it's kind of like that. Here's the boatyard. I think you saw it the other night. They've got 2 boat lifts now. There's one. And there's the other one, a mummy and a daddy. Right, I've got to get around this corner without drifting into the super yachts. One of you said, why do I row backwards? I was just taught to row backwards. I mean, you can row forwards. It's just the way I learned it. Oh yeah, and I found out, I did some research into personal watercraft. Now those hydrofoil things, apart from anything else, apart from them being really expensive, you've got to be really good with your balance. And I found this thing called a jet board. It's a surfboard basically with a water pump underneath it. And boy, people go like the clappers. And they are considerably cheaper than the hydrofoil. Oh, I hope you can hear me now. Wind's hitting us from the other side. So yeah, so I do sympathise greatly with the royal family, more and more. And I'll tell you what, the one thing that I really, really, really admired about the late monarch, I'm sure I've probably told you before, oh, we're drifting, was that she never said a word. She just never complained, never explained. I don't know how she did it, because obviously in her later years of her reign, people were a lot more respectful. But I remember when she was younger, oh, she used to get it in the neck all the time, left, right and centre. This is your fault, that's your fault, you should say something about this, you shouldn't say something about that. I don't know how she kept her mouth shut. She must have had a screaming room, soundproof, you know. get all the way to the bridge and then we'll find out the tide's too high and we can't get under it. And I'll have to go back the long way round. Keep drifting off course as well. It's amazing how quickly the wind takes you. It's a good little boat, this. If only my rowing was a bit straighter. I can't remember. I think it's this one. Might be the next one where the bridge is. Yeah, I think it is. It's the very end one, isn't it? With all the little training yachts. Oh, this is a big one. This is nice. Like a gentleman's yacht, isn't it? Our last boat was like that, only not as big. I'll try and turn around so you can get a better look at that. That is really smart. That's lovely. Look at that. It's like something out of Agatha Christie, isn't it? Or you can imagine Winston Churchill being on that back in the day, maybe coming down to Gibraltar for a very important meeting. Yeah, the wind is quite strong today compared to other days. Oh, that's really lovely. Yeah, I think we might get under that bridge. How fast do you think the tide will come in? Right, now we're really going to go against the wind. I got this dress off Amazon. I measured myself specially and it turned up and it's like a sack on me. I've lost so much weight because I've never been a big eater. Oh, I can't see a thing. That's better. I've never been a big eater, but Graham used to like food and he was always saying, oh, let's have a snack, let's go for lunch, let's eat something. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? And I was always saying, no, I'm not hungry. I'm fine. Are you sure you don't want some? Are you sure you don't want some? And bit by bit, I got into the habit of eating more. But now, I've gone back to the way I was, and the weight has been positively falling off me. Anyway, I've got a mark on this dress already. Oh, for goodness sake. I think this dress is acting as a sail. this bridge is not, there's not enough clearance. I'm going back the long way. Looks a bit low, doesn't it, if you can see it yet? I mean, you see how successful the royal family are by ignoring all the little pleas and screams and, quite frankly, a lot of crap that Harry particularly has thrown at them. If you think back a few years, we were all screaming at the telly going, say something, say something. But actually, the late monarch was very right, and the others are following suit, and good for them. It's a case of the proof's in the pudding, isn't it? Unless it's something that slips down the right leg of Birkenhead. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to talk about. I find it very weird the way Meghan is with these children. Humour me, because I know a lot of you don't believe there are children. But, oh, I'm going to crash into the wall. Better focus for a minute. Oh, I don't know, that looks quite low actually. I think that's a little bit too low. So we're going back the scenic route, ladies and gentlemen. I should have come earlier or later. But yeah, I'm not as adventurous as Ben. Which means by the time we get round there and turn the corner, that really is exhausting, rowing against the wind. Hopefully it will drop a little bit. Oh, I've got an itchy nose. Anyway, yeah. I find it very odd that anybody would sort of hide their children away with showing the backs of their heads or a big toe or a little finger, as if they seem to think that the whole audience want to see their children. Now, when you've got children, like the royal family, they release these lovely portraits so people can see that's what they look like. And that's perfectly acceptable. But this weirdness of hiding the children in the hope that later, cashing in on revealing their faces and stuff, they might make money. That makes me feel very uncomfortable. Because in my mind, there's only one sort of person, type of category of people who pay money to look at children. Do you know what I mean? And it makes me feel really icky, the thought of, you know, if you've got kids and you're going to show nice kids, nice family pictures, that's one thing. But to like hide them backs of heads in the hope that one day they'll earn some serious money out of it, to me that is it just smacks of a whole other ball game. I better get a wriggle on, hadn't I? How long have we been going now? Oh, it's got to be 20 minutes. It cannot possibly be an hour and 20. I mean, I don't know, what do you think? Me personally, I have no interest in seeing what the children look like. They're not like next in line to the throne, so who cares? And I mean, I do worry about kids, especially in the royal family these days with social media. I know that a lot of the royal family, they don't look themselves, they have their own staff, but kids might be tempted to look. That worries me. You know, back in the day when William and Harry were little, yes, the internet was there, but not like it is these days. And it does worry me. Because people say such weird and bizarre and sick things. For example, they talk about me. Oh God, I don't know why they do. I don't know what the fucking fascination is. Fiona was born. She lived and breathed. Woohoo! Let's all fucking talk about that. I do not understand it. And of course those royal kids are going to get it on steroids, aren't they? They're going to get it en masse. And it does worry me that they will have devices and one day they'll think, well, I'll just have a look and see how bad it is. And for children, if they see some of the worst that's on there, and I include Harry and Meghan's children in that because they're going to see all manner of weirdness, aren't they? They're going to see all kinds of theories about their parents. They're also going to, when they grow up, they're going to think, well, what did we do? I've said this before. What did we do that was so bad that we weren't allowed to join in with our cousins and our heritage and the royal family? And I dread to think. Hopefully, they will grow up balanced and they will see the whole big picture for what it was, that their parents were weirdos and like to tell the odd porcupine. Hopefully it's not going to be the case that when those two children grow up that there'll be drugs involved and feeding frenzy by the press and of course social media. Let's hope that things end up being balanced for them. I think the odds are stacked against them, unfortunately. I'm not looking forward to rowing into the wind at the other end. Let's see, I'm a slow rower. If I'd been a bit quicker, I might have got under that bridge. Oh, my dress is filthy now. I'm glad it was a horrible sack. But the expensive one, that's a black outfit. And I don't think I'm going to wear that in this rowing boat. I think this rowing boat's actually quite dirty. A good little boat and all that, don't get me wrong. So by the time I've finished this, I will have done my walking for the day, because I did a lot of walking going into Gib, went right in. And I've done my rowing for the day. So I feel quite virtuous. Fiona the Pious. There's nothing wrong with pigging out in front of the telly. I did that last night. They had Charlie's Angels with Cameron Diaz and I can't remember the other girls' names. I watched 1 and 2 and I think Demi Moore was in the second one. I fell asleep. But I really enjoyed that. I haven't watched that for years. I know they're silly films, aren't they? I used to like the original Charlie's Angels. Kelly Garrett and Farrah Fawcett, whatever the name of her character was. Oh, I loved Farrah Fawcett. What a brilliant actress she was. And a lovely lady. And I follow Jacelyn Smith on Instagram. Oh, I can't believe how she looks at her age. I mean, it's like the woman just defies age. And she puts her little posts up every day. I love watching that. Better not crash into that boat. Actually, that's not bad. 25 minutes, that's not bad. We've covered some distance. It's just rowing is very slow, isn't it? It's quite relaxing now. And I'm very pleased with my $9.99 sunglasses. And I think it should be the same with us, you know. Don't let Harry and Meghan wind you up. Don't let them bait you. Or their crazy fans. Them saying that they're a great big success does not make them a great big success. In this day and age, oh, we've come to the corner. Oh my God, I thought we had another one to go. Oh, that's not so bad, is it? It feels quite shallow here. This is where it's going to get hard going. Yeah, in this day and age, it seems to me that people just say shit because they believe that once they've said it, that nonsense becomes fact and reality. So if Meghan keeps saying, I'm a success, I'm a success, I'm a success, she will be a success. And that's how many failures has she had so far? At what point is she going to realise she's not very popular with the public? She'd do better doing something behind the scenes, wouldn't she? I don't know, like getting a financial advisor to help her figure out what to do with the very last of Harry's inheritance from his mother. Which, let's face it, was all divorce money which came from his dad. Didn't come from Harry's overtime at McDonald's, did it? Oh yeah, this does feel slow now. But we'll get there. And then by the time I get back, it should be Poirot with David Suchet. That's my thing for the afternoon. I like to watch Poirot. I'll have some egg on toast, so then I'll feel sleepy pretty much immediately. And I'll go to sleep to Poirot. Graham used to laugh at me doing that. He used to say, why do you watch these crime shows? They repeat the same ones over and over. I said, doesn't matter. It's just something to go to sleep to, like a bedtime story. It's relaxing. And then when he got ill, he started to do the same, and he said, now I understand. And we can nod on and off, and we wake up and we know what's going on because we've seen it before. Oh, we're not even at the toilet block yet. I feel like a little minion. You know, little yellow guys from the movie. I feel like one of them. Or a unit on Age of Empires. You know when you've got to send one of your peasants to the other side of the map to mine for gold or something, and they take ages. I feel like that. Like a little unit that they've clicked on me and said, go the other side of the marina. And then invariably they get eaten by a crocodile or a lion on the way. Anyone out there that's not played Age of Empires, you don't know what I'm talking about. We were big into playing that at one point. I might get into that again actually. It's really good. They're like battle strategy type games. Makes a bit of a change. Past the toilet block now. I hear that. This is where I'll put the oars down for a minute and I'll get blown back the other way. And the last 20 strokes will have been for nothing. Whew. I'm not, oh, we're here, we're at the corner. Good, good. So basically, the moral of the story, oh, battery dying, so I'll have to finish up soon. That was good timing. The moral of the story is, never complain, never explain. Be aware of fraudulent dangers, especially on YouTube. People impersonating and pretending to be other people, especially people who have died. It's a new kind of sick. But why poison your life with people like that? I think that's what the royal family feel with Harry. Why poison their lives with him and his poisonous wife? So I'm going to do exactly the same and ignore these cretins. I'll have to stop the video there, so you'll have to take my word for it. I will get back to the mothership. Well, I can keep going till the battery dies. It'll just go kaput. I'll try and get back before. Oh, it's really against me now. Oh my God. There goes an aeroplane. Take off. Can you hear it? You might even see it in the background. I'll turn the boat a bit. I think it's too small. Oh, I'm going to crash into Nigel's boat. Well, at least we've made it back. That's the main thing. And the other thing is, miserable people like Meghan and Harry and trolls, you just know they've got miserable lives. Spending all day on social media, literally wasting their life. And I say that with genuine pity, because it's when a loved one dies that you realise how short life is. And just what a waste of time and energy. Oh, I think it's very, very sad. Very sad. Here we are. Made it before the battery died. Now, let's get hold of the road. There we go. Thank you very much for watching. May your God go with you.